So maybe you've had a look at my website and you can see that in terms of the personal life coaching, there's two options there for you. There's individual life coaching and there's a package called Fast Track to Freedom. And maybe you've looked at those and gone, what's the difference? What's the difference between me coming in for individual life coaching versus me buying into the package? Because let's face it, the package is more expensive. So what do I get? It's a really great question. And it's one that I got asked 3 times yesterday. So I thought, just in case you're wondering that as well, here's the answer. So the individual life coaching, that's pay as you go. When you've got a bit of a sticky problem, you book a 1-hour session, you come in and I give you some strategies to solve it. So for example, the one-off life coaching is really great if you've got something coming up and you're feeling a bit anxious about it, you're a bit worried, you aren't really too sure how to manage a conversation. Maybe you have to do something or make a decision or step out of your comfort zone and it's scaring the shit out of you, but you don't want it to scare the shit out of you. Could be that you are facing a career change and you don't know which way to go. Maybe you want to work on your relationship, but you don't know what to do. Perhaps you are up in your head losing sleep because you're overthinking and you want it to stop. This is what the 1-hour life coaching sessions are really great for. And here's how they work. You come in and you say, this is what I'm dealing with. And I help you understand why you're dealing with it. And then I give you some really cool, easy to use strategies that will help you deal with it. So come in with a problem, leave with a solution that you then self-manage. So when that issue comes up, you go, oh, yes, I have a tool for that. And you can use it and off you go. Now, those sessions, you can book whenever you like, whenever you feel like you want to. If you want to have a group of them, so commit to maybe once a month or something that you would like to do, you can drop me a line and say, hey, Leanne, is there a discount if I buy 7 or 8 of those sessions and just use them when I want? And I'll say, oh, there actually is. So you can do that. And instead of booking through the platform, I'll send you an invoice for a bundle of sessions and a link that you can use to book when you're ready. And those sessions do not expire. So that's the individual life coaching sessions. Now, okay, so that sounds pretty good. Why would you need a program? Good question. The program is for you if you find that you have a lot of strategies, but you never use them. If you find that you keep reverting back to the same old patterns of self-sabotage, self-defeating thoughts, low confidence, getting in the passenger seat of your life rather than the driver's seat. If you find that you're saying things to yourself like, that's just how I am, or if you are on a treadmill of, oh, fuck my life, and you just can't get off it. The package is really great if you're reading all the books and you're learning all the tools, but you're just not applying them for more than 3 or 4 days. And then you grab the book or you grab the tool and you go, bang, 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 I should know this. And then, of course, you settle back into that old belief of, it's just me. I'm the problem. I'm defective. This is my life. So where the package differs is the individual life coaching sessions, you come to me with a problem and I help you solve it. The package is you come to me with a problem that you think is the problem, but actually it's not. Because if what you think is the problem actually was the problem, you would have solved it. So the package is for you if you feel that there's something underneath that just keeps derailing you, but you don't know what it is or what to do with it. And what it means is that you do not have a conscious logical problem. It means that you have an unconscious problem, which means that, yes, the answer is inside of you, but you just have no access to it. But you want access to it so you can fuck it off. Now, the package includes 12 sessions, and they're on a much deeper level than the one-off life coaching. In these sessions, it's not counseling, although they are a safe space for you to decompress and say whatever it is that you like without any judgment from me. But the purpose of those sessions is then to get beyond that and for me to start challenging you to question your thinking, the assumptions that you make about yourself, and to realize that you are not flawed in the way that you think and act and believe and attract people into your life. You simply have some skills that you haven't learnt yet. So therefore, the beliefs that are running you always default you back to something like, I just can't do this. It's too hard. I don't like confrontation. I never know what to say. I've got a terrible memory. I just can't resist the carbs. I just have an addictive personality. All of these statements that you make about yourself, that's when you know you've got a deeper belief running you, which is not by choice. It's not something that you're doing deliberately. It's something usually that you've inherited that you don't even know that you've got. So for you, looking at the world your way, you can't imagine it any other way. But what if the way that you've been taught to see yourself and the world is actually not the normal way? What happens if there is a much better way? But just because you can't imagine it doesn't mean it's not available to you. Just means that you haven't had anyone teach you how to get it. So the Fast Track to Freedom program is ideal for you if you are on a constant cycle of attracting the wrong people. You are always feeling that you are attracting people that control you or that you control and always have to parent. It's ideal if you feel that you are so locked in on the way your body looks as a measure of your self-worth. So if you have a lot of body loathing, this package is for you because you are believing that once you solve that, then you'll be okay. No, that's just what the belief is telling you. This program, it works almost in reverse. You know, at the moment you believe that thing that you need to change because then it will be okay. It's actually not. It's a ploy that your mind uses to keep you stuck because you can't imagine not having that thing. So the way the program works is it gets rid of your focus on that thing as even being a problem, and then it goes away all by itself. So when you are focused on, I need to lose weight, I need to be healthier, I need to shrink my body, you go into a state of restriction where it feels hard and you don't want to do it. So instead of focusing on losing weight, let me help you focus on actually improving that sense of self-worth so that your weight is no longer a measure of your self-worth. And the great thing about that is then your self-worth increases, you start to value yourself by default, and you'll lose weight without even trying because you care about yourself enough to make better choices because you want to, not because you feel that you have to. So the Fast Track to Freedom program, it starts like this. In the first session, I ask you a whole heap of questions, not to get your story, but to get how you tell it. I write everything down, and in there is the gold. I'll be able to spot all of the limiting beliefs that are running you, all of the negative emotions that are grabbing you, and all of the limiting decisions that you've made about yourself and your worth without even realizing. The last question I'll ask you is, how will you know when this problem's gone? And that can be a bit of a hard question because we're all wired to know what we don't want rather than what we do. So I'll help you with that question, but it's going to look something like this. Imagine if I could take you into the future and introduce yourself to, or introduce you to your future self. What are they going to be able to do that you find hard at the moment? That's how we answer that question. It could be because when people are assholes, they don't even affect me. It's like I don't even notice them anymore. I'm attracting really good people. I always know what to say. I'm motivated. I get stuff done. I don't get up in my head. I'm sleeping really well. And and actually really excited about life, and I'm excited about myself. I don't steer away from the difficult conversations because, well, I know now that they're not difficult. I was just making them difficult. And now that I know how to make them easy, they're actually really good. I don't take things personally anymore. I'm not looking for judgment. And in fact, I don't have to keep everyone happy. I know how to keep myself happy as well as them. I don't need to be selfish, but I can be selfist, which means that I can help them get their needs met and my own as well without anybody needing to suffer, including me. So to narrow it down, the one-off life coaching is if you've just got a problem, something coming up, a decision you need to make, something that's making you stuck, and you just want to know a better way of thinking about it or reacting to it, or better still, responding to it, then your 1 hour sessions are for you. I'll give you some tools. You can go away and you can use them. Good to go. Happy days. If you find that you've done that a lot and you feel like you've tried everything and nothing's worked, and you've come back to the realization that the problem is you, well, then giving you tools probably isn't going to help you a great deal. So what we need to do is get rid of the problem so that you don't need the tools. And that's the program. So yes, the program is a higher price point, but there are payment methods for that. You and I can sign up an agreement where you can pay it off fortnightly. Easy. And yeah, there are lots of different ways to pay for that. The best thing to do though is to book a free half-hour consult, because then you and I can have a chat about it, which one's best for you, and the results that you could expect on the other side. So I hope that's answered your question. If it hasn't, drop some more questions below and I will record an answer for you and send it through. Rebootyourlife.com.au. My name's Leanne. Let's do this.